In a small Himalayan kingdom, happiness agents are sent out by the government to measure the overall happiness level of the society. And the film is kind of a bittersweet road movie about what happiness means to individuals as opposed to what it means to a nation.
Yeah. I think it's a good one. It's better than our official logline.
कुजो सिछ घर ठुलो लग्जरी गाडी भन्दैमा के खुसी हुन्छ काकी पेलजोम याची गागोमे हा 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 बेबे याची गागोमे.
What should your film evoke in the audience? Our intention was not to give answers of these questions that what is the meaning of life or what makes you happy or what makes people happy. Since we had the Bhutanese premiere, the Bhutanese audience could really interpret and experience the nuances of the film. And that meant a lot to us.
Yes. For the Bhutanese itself, I think Bhutan is not a very critical society. So our film, I think, kind of talks about people living in the fringes of society, and it encourages also to be more critical.
What they really appreciated that this is the first Bhutanese film that doesn't want to idealize Bhutan and the Bhutanese life experiences, but also like in a very subtle way, or sometimes through irony or through the episodical stories, reflect on the social issues.
Yeah, and also one of the things is that when you are actually living in Bhutan, sometimes you don't think about, like the special characteristics of the Bhutanese itself, but when you capture it inside a film, then it becomes like a mirror for Bhutanese people watching the film. They realize that the special things that exist within the country itself. But these are themes that are there, that are present, but if it's not captured inside a film, then people don't notice it.
Question for
Am I not supposed to ask you the question? What have you learned from the Bhutanese culture? What do you think we could adapt to the Western culture?
I think for me one of the most important learning or that touched me the most while we were doing this film was how Bhutanese people deal with their pain and sadness and sorrow. And many times I experienced that somehow, even though from a Western point of view they have so little material wealth, but they have a very rich emotional life, and somehow they are capable to recognize the strength or quality of their relationships that many times in the West we are taken for granted. Question for Arun. Right. How did your perception of Bhutan and the national gross national happiness change over the process of filming?
I always didn't know what gross national happiness is exactly. I still don't have the answers. I did look at it from a very negative lens, I would say, in the sense that I used to always reject it completely. But I think one of the good things that happened while making this film is that I realized that actually the happiness survey itself, it serves as a therapy for many of the people, because, for example, in the film there's Yanka, 17-year-old Yanka, who was waiting for someone to come to her and speak to her so that she could pour out her feelings, And also one of the nice things is that as citizens you can question the government, saying our national philosophy is happiness, so where is the happiness? So you can ask that question as well, I think. It's not a perfect philosophy at all, but I think there are good things that happen out of the philosophy itself.